Good afternoon, everyone. Happy, what's today? Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We hope everyone is feeling absolutely amazing. My mother and I are hopping on here to bring another message. She'll be on in just 1 second. Hello, hello. Where's everyone checking in from? Hola. Happy Tuesday. Hi, Tanisha. Oh, here's mommy.
Hey,
Hey, mom.
I'm always annoyed. You're all summery, and I'm sitting here with the vest on and stuff, about to freeze my ass off over here.
It's okay. You got a couple more days.
I know.
6 days, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next Tuesday, I'll be sitting next to you.
Mm-hmm. We counting down too, don't worry. And excuse the noise. We got a little reno and construction and like a lot going on. So excuse the noise, y'all. Um, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm excited for you to be here next Tuesday. We definitely are counting down. I'm grateful that we're not in the cold, but we do miss you. But we gonna stay where we at. But hey everybody, how y'all feeling? Put in the chat how you're feeling today. Where are you checking in from? How's your energy? What's something good that happened to you today? We wanted to hop on here and talk about overcoming some challenges in your business. Like if you're feeling stuck and why don't we take action before certain points in our life? Like we'll get into it in a second, but why is it that we have to literally reach what's it called, a breaking point? Like we have to reach rock
Yep.
bottom in order to do something different. And why is it that we have to wait for those moments to do something different than just taking action for ourselves and like overcoming feeling stuck? So my mom and I were actually talking earlier, and we were talking about just business in general and what it took to build a business. And I was sharing with my mom how being in Costa Rica, like believe it or not, you can curate an environment that's best for you anywhere that you are. But the truth is, for me in this chapter in my book, it just, where I am right now is just best for me. Where my mama is, let's say Canada is best for her. That's best for her for that season, for that chapter in her book. But for me, it's better. So I was telling her how I've been able to really focus on some really cool things because, we have a nanny, we have a housekeeper, we have support. I have time. Phoenix is with her nanny right now. But it's not like I have to. I saw somebody post the other day that they pay $800 a month for daycare. And I was cringing, like $800 a month for daycare? Like what? And for what that person pays for daycare, I get half. Like I don't even pay a fraction of that, and I can afford housekeeper, nanny, and meal prep. So this is just a really cool thing for me. So I love it because when we don't have to worry or stress or focus on, oh, how are we gonna pay these bills, or oh my God, how are we gonna get the child to school? Like that really fools with your creativity. Like that totally embarks on your creativity. So we were talking about business building. We were talking about being around like-minded individuals that can help you build your business. Because we were talking about how my mom is like so fire when it comes to helping people to become coaches in their niche, like helping people to really truly own what they love and monetize it. But long story short, it led us to the another conversation where we were talking about like why we gotta get to a point where we sick and tired of being sick and tired before we do something different, right? Like my mom is gonna tell her story, but my story briefly, how I even got into the world of entrepreneurship, let's speak on that, is I just felt, actually not even entrepreneurship, like holistic
Mm-hmm.
health, right?
Because it
Let's talk
started
about
there.
holistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got tired of making the same stupid decisions over and over and over again. I got tired of choosing the same low vibrational stuff. I got tired of binge drinking and waking up the next day like, oh my God, what happened the night before? What happened to all my money? Like, I got tired of myself. I got so tired of myself. I was looking in the mirror sometimes like, oh, I'm sick of you. Like, I am sick of you. And so it was like, oh, you got to do something different, because when you get to a place where you sick of your own dang on self,
Man.
that's bad.
Yeah.
Like, how you tired of yourself? And I was so sick of me. And I was like, oh God, I got to do something different. So I chose to look at a holistic path. I chose to look at a route that would embody nature and I just wanted to take a holistic approach to getting my mind right,
Mm-hmm.
getting my body right. And I wanted to detox. I wanted to do a complete detox where, I'm just eliminating things. Because y'all know, like, memory is stored in your muscles. And, like, y'all know, like, it's just so much stuff and trauma and, like, things in your body that's just sitting stagnant. And you got to detox and filter it out. So I got sick and tired of me. And that's what really inspired me to, like, embark on a holistic way of living, which is full, literally now, like, second baby, just really advocating for holistic birth, like everything that I
Mm-hmm.
do is holistic. So I got tired of me and I did something different. And so when I also was diving into the world of, so I started with holistic health, and then once I chose me, everything else started to get out of my way. Like, I didn't want certain stuff to leave, but when I chose me and I chose to honor thyself and heal thyself, I got robbed. I lost my job. I lost my car. Like, I was like, wait, I thought this was going to be good. But everything that I was attached to materialistic stuff. So now it's like, all right, baby, if you're really serious about you, this other stuff got to go. Like, we want you to be naked.
Mm-hmm.
Naked. So I got naked, and in being naked, birthed a lot of things like businesses and stuff like that. But and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Mom, I want you to share your story as well. Like, at what point in your life were you sick and tired and it made you do something different? Because you have a plethora of experiences, but on the flip side of that, you have so much credentials. And it's
I
like,
know.
okay, what triggered the credentials? Because there was a cause and an effect.
Yeah. So, like many people know, my biggest sick and tired was my addiction, right? I was tired of using and disappointing y'all and disappointing my mom and all the things. And like, it got to the point of that rock bottom, right? So when we talk about this thing, like, it was so deep, and I know it's deep for other people as well, not necessarily addiction, but just being so deep in the behavior. Like, it was so deep that I didn't even know how deep it was until I got to that place of, okay, this is not gonna work. Like, I'm killing myself out here.
Literally.
And so, but I didn't have a relationship with a higher power. I didn't know anything about the creator. I really thought I was out here by myself and nobody understood. Nobody understood me. Nobody understood why. Hell, half of the stuff I didn't know why I was doing. Just being totally honest, I was just doing shit,
Mm-hmm.
but it was that rock bottom. It was that rock bottom that caused me to pivot. And because of that, now here I am. It wasn't just a matter of my lived experience. It was also, getting educated so that I knew, let me back up. I knew that through my addiction and my experiences and then my recovery, that I was designed to help other women. There was
Mm,
no question in my mind.
mm,
And that caused me, and this, that caused me to open up the
mm-hmm.
nonprofit, right? To create that safe space for women to live, and women and children and all, pregnant women. It didn't even matter. It was, what is your problem and how can I help it? Where they came from didn't matter, So being able to have that, we don't have to, you know, it took a long time. And, recovery, regardless of what you're recovering from, like, it comes in layers, right? We're like onions, we have to detach from things. We have to get naked. We have to get vulnerable. We have to expose those things. And I think a lot of times, and I know I'm drifting off into a different conversation, but I know a lot of times that people don't want to expose the truth. They rather keep putting layer on top of layer on top of layer. But all them layers that we put, we got to peel all them damn layers back. So the higher we go with the bullshit, the higher we got to climb to tear that thing down, right? And so why do we do that to ourselves, right? Why do we keep going until the damn wheels fall off, right? And then when we're sick and tired of being sick and tired, now we're ready to do something different.
Right.
Instead of, like, you know what? Like, for me, for example, I seen a lot of people that were using drugs when I was growing up. So that could have been like a prime example, like, all right, sis, that's not what you want to do. But for whatever reason, and I know people can identify with that, with this, I thought I was different. I'm different. I got this. That was back then. This ain't gonna be like that, and yada yada yada. And, like, for me personally, it was that and worse, right? What they did and worse, because I added some more to the story. What wasn't gonna happen to me happened, and then some more shit happened too. So, like, you know, but our experience is our experience, but we really don't have to do that. Like, we really don't, especially when it comes to, I heard a lady say today, like, we should not be out here trying to, out here surviving. We should be out here
Yes.
thriving. And, like, all of us, not all of us, but a lot of us are in autopilot, survival mode, go, 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 hustle, do this, do that, do this, do that. And it's still, as entrepreneurs, right, it still wears us out.
Yes.
Because we're trying to get it, instead
Survival.
of getting into our gift,
Yes.
our talent, our
Yes.
purpose,
Yes.
and then building on that,
Yeah.
but I know that fear makes us look at the next shiny thing, right?
Mhm.
Fear will make us, oh, I'm gonna take this course, and this is my own experience, right? I'm gonna take this course, I'm gonna listen to this person, I'm gonna sign up for this thing, but everything we have, everything we need, we already have. It just has to be cultivated. It has
Yes.
to be nourished. It's just like planting a garden. Like, there's things that we have to do to get it
Yes.
to grow.
Yes.
So if we're trying to grow a garden, we don't need to be over here trying to figure out how to build a
Yes.
house, right? But that's
Yes.
what we'll do. I'm gonna build a house to go with my garden. Well, damn, you started with the garden. Now you're over here building a house. So
Uh-huh.
that's kind of how it ends up going, right? Just
So
snowball
true.
effect.
So true. And, like, entrepreneurship requires a lot more healing and self-awareness than you know.
Yeah.
Like, you dive into the world of entrepreneurship and it opens up a whole nother level of inner work. And it also shines light on areas that you really need to pay attention to within
Mm-hmm.
yourself. And this is, like, so many other levels because, like, literally at a point, yeah, like, for me, like, literally entrepreneurship, and there's a pivot for me right now because there's another layer that I have to peel back again within myself to look at, because the
Mm-hmm.
layers stop layering. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah.
we don't, like, there's so many. So entrepreneurship puts you in a position where you have to do there's another level of healing, another level of inner work that has to be done. And when you truly operating in your purpose and you getting out of that survival mode, you're in thriving mode, and you are looking at the why opposed to the how or all the other things and I need to do. When you really get in tune with your true
Mm-hmm.
why, like your true purpose why, entrepreneurship starts to look real different. It looks different, and there just becomes a more focus on inner work. Because one thing you don't want to do as well is like transfer some stuff you ain't really dealt with to people. And also, like, I'll share, well, no, I won't. But one thing right now for me, I love women. Like, I am just head over heels for my mamas out here. And I'm head over heels for my mothers having a soft life, because I understand the burnout in entrepreneurship. Like, I understand hitting rock bottom. I understand, yeah, let me take this course, let me learn all the things, when the true knowledge is within. It's your purpose, it's your passion. Like, it's literally within. You cultivate that. And we get so bamboozled sometimes by people online because, oh my goodness, they did $100,000 in 6 months. Oh my God, what's their strategy? Forget their strategy. What are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? Because that you can monetize that. But in monetizing also comes a level of work, because also, our God wants to make sure we're trustworthy with money. Wants to make sure that at the end of the day, what are we sewing back into? And so I appreciate you, Mom, for sharing the emphasis on the layers, like an onion. Like, you gotta keep digging and keep pulling back,
Yeah.
and it becomes even more beautiful. And Ebony's on here, and she had mentioned in a previous comment, like, we don't give ourselves time to remove the layers. You automatically say, oh, I'm healing. And you like don't even give your time to remove those layers and really undress yourself. And that can take years.
And the thing with that healing piece right there, like, and to piggyback off what Ebony was saying, like, we will say that we're healing while we're not exposed to the thing that we're healing from,
Ooh,
right?
yes, golly.
But when that thing that we're healing from rears its ugly head and we're presented with it again, that's when you know
that,
if you're really healing
ooh,
or have healed
Mama,
from
that's
those
sweet.
things. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll say that, oh, I'm done with that. I'm healed from that. I'm not dealing with that until it's there. And that is my own personal lived experience. I thought I had worked on an area of my life until I was in the vicinity of that. And then I realized I hadn't worked on that on as much as I thought I had. So, when you were talking about with the coaching and helping other people, it is absolutely important that we have healed in the area that we're assisting in, right? Because what I heard another lady say was, and I totally understand this because of just the work that I do, you can't help somebody from your wound, right? You can't help somebody in an area that you're still bleeding from, right? Because what happens is we bleed onto the people and we start to, what's the word I'm looking for? We start to put that on, that we project our pain, yeah, and it becomes a transference. Now everybody bleeding, right?
Yes.
So we have to help people from the scar, right? We have to help people. It's still gonna be a reminder there, but it ain't bleeding.
Right.
So it's important that whoever we're helping, whatever that looks like, that we have overcome that area to where it's a scar. Because we still gonna see it's still gonna bother us, right? The scar, oh, I remember see the scar right here. But it's different than an open flesh wound.
Oh my God.
So I just want,
Yes.
yeah, because
Yes.
there's people out here, doing things and they're causing more harm.
Yes.
They're
Because they are.
causing more harm. They're re-traumatizing themselves and the
Yes.
people that they're here to help. And it's no shade. Like, I understand the wanting to help someone, but we got to be in a
Yes.
good space to do that. For real.
Yes. 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 Mama, you saying some powerful stuff. And I love you said, sometimes we'll feel like we worked through something and healed until it presents itself again, until its ugly little face be like, hey, girl, I'm back. You thought I was gone? And it's like, how do we respond to that? And so that also comes with setting boundaries.
Yes.
And I'm just want to give a shout out to Ebony. Y'all, if y'all not following Ebony, follow Ebony.
Yes,
This woman is so inside and out. I got
absolutely.
goosebumps every time I say it. This is a beautiful sister. And she is so full of just love.
Yeah.
And when you're in her presence, you just want to like hug her because she just gives off this beautiful energy. So shout out to Ebony for sure. But she also said something about her pregnancy. She's due the 20th. Like she's due well, a couple days after my due date. But her pregnancy brought up some stuff for her. And it was like, oh, I thought I was done with this. And it's like, that's also an experience for me as well. So piggybacking off of what you said, okay, we work through some stuff, but then when it represents itself, no matter where you are in life, pregnant, corporate, entrepreneurship, like it can come back.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, okay, same. Like I'm currently pregnant and I'm thinking like this is the most beautiful time ever, but it's also another time of another level of healing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like I gotta keep healing even while I'm pregnant. Like I thought this was done with. So just being able to embrace whatever it is that comes back and setting boundaries.
Yeah.
And so I'm so grateful for the power of setting boundaries because there once came a time in my life where I had no boundaries. I didn't have boundaries with other people. I didn't have boundaries with myself. And now I look at emotions and events as our guides. So certain feelings will come up to guide us. Certain situations will present themselves to guide us, not to traumatize us, right? Not for us to internalize it, not for us to absorb it and oh, it
Mm-hmm.
becomes all of me. Like, no, it's to guide you. And I will be so honest and transparent in this moment. You know, some things recently came up for me to guide me. And I had to make some decisions that other people may not understand. But my journey and my healing and my processes and me setting boundaries, me saying no to not shrinking myself no more, me saying no. Like I had to literally say no again to everything that I said no to like 5 years ago. And it came up again. I'm like, dang, I thought I already told you no. I said no. And here you are again. Like, what? So it's like, set boundaries. And if it looks different, if it presents itself differently, be able to intuitively identify the message there
Mm-hmm.
and set boundaries because your emotions are there as guides, not to absorb. It's like, hey, what you feeling like this? And that goes into something else my mother and I was talking about. We were talking about how like there's not a lot of conversation around hypersexuality, if we just being real. Like if a girl is out here sleeping around like she's a hoe, but we don't really talk about why she might be doing that. Like we don't talk about hypersexuality. And my mama was like doing research trying to see like who are the educators, who's talking about this, and she didn't see no women of color. She didn't see anybody out there really advocating for, you know, the foundational things that come with hypersexuality. And she was like, she's frustrated. Okay, why are you frustrated? Because you're the one supposed to be talking about it. That's why you're frustrated. Because you mad. You're frustrated because, not because you're supposed to have a bad day now. You're frustrated because you've been talking about this in private and you've been advocating for women that have been shunned upon because of decisions, but you ain't talking about it publicly. So now you frustrated, mama, because you on YouTube and can't find nobody that talking with some sense.
Right.
So now that feeling of frustration is like, no, you keep having a good day, but you take this frustration and you're going to make a YouTube video right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So just understanding the boundaries with what we feel and what comes up and being able to make a decision in your highest and best interest without feeling belittled or feeling like I don't know what the word is, feeling like you're going to be convicted or
Mm-hmm.
you know, punished because
Yeah.
you made a decision for you. But it's just amazing how it's levels to this journey, and the journey don't stop journeying.
It
And
sure
just
doesn't.
buckle your seatbelt because,
Yep.
child, you think that the ride was bumpy at first, like it is a little bumpy.
Honey, get on the roller coaster, put your seatbelt on, and when they say don't put your hands up in there, just throw them damn hands up. You're like, woo! Come on, because It's gonna be a ride.
Man,
Healing
what?
is a ride. Learning is a ride.
Yeah.
Anything that requires anything that we do to get to the next level, it is a ride, you
Heck,
know, and that's okay. You know, it is totally okay. Like I said last night, the win is in the action.
come on.
You know what I'm saying? The win is in actually
Yeah.
starting. Getting to the end, that's a result of the
Come on.
starting, right?
Yeah.
So that's where the win comes in
Yeah.
that, because we always looking at the end result. Oh,
Yeah.
I want to make six figures. I want to do this, do that. That sounds beautiful. But where have you started? What's your starting point?
Right.
Where's your business plan? Where's your outline? Where's your systems? What platforms you gonna use? You gonna be
Right.
on social media? How you gonna do marketing? Like that, that part, and that was a very a huge reality for me,
Mm-hmm.
because there's a lot of different components to being an entrepreneur, especially in the virtual space.
Mm-hmm.
People make you think that you just post a couple of videos and you're going to have six figures by the end of the month. And then, I just finished my ebook.
I know.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And that might be the reality for a few, right? Maybe. But the way things are set up, that's just the competition is fierce. We got to stand
Yeah.
out, and in order to stand out, you got to know how to market yourself. And in order to know how to market yourself, you have to know what the hell you're marketing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What you selling,
Yeah.
what I'm gonna get when we get
Yeah.
done, right?
When you marketing something, the blessings really come when you marketing something that's truly in alignment with what you believe. It's truly in alignment with what your heart becomes easy. Because what I will say is, like, we talk so much about this algorithm this and algorithm that, and no, God is the algorithm, period. And when you subscribe to walking in your purpose, and you subscribe to monetizing your passion, and you subscribe to marketing what's actually going to bring harmony into the world, you don't have to worry about TikTok and Instagram algorithm, because the frequency that you are emitting is going to bring and usher in exactly what you need to get to where you need to be. So getting clear on your intention is the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
Your intention is the algorithm. So when you get clear on what you're marketing, you just show up for yourself, and you just keep the why at the forefront, and you keep pushing with that why.
Mm-hmm.
And boom, and in my entrepreneurial journey myself, like, I had no entrepreneurial experience at all. And my first venture as an entrepreneur, um, it was rough, but it taught me a lot of things that I needed to, like, get in place, systems and organization and accounting. So I'm like, all right, cool, I understand this part. And then when I just started to speak my truth and truly advocate for freedom with no previous experience, no coaches, no nothing, I just wanted to spread freedom, freedom, and everything that I needed just started to align just by being resilient in my word, in my message.
Mm-hmm.
Then came products, and then came marketing, and then came a team. But it was like, what am I even marketing? And it was just freedom. And I still stand on that. Like, I still stand strong on freedom, free mind, free body,
Mm-hmm.
free soul, like financial freedom. I really stand on the freedom to live the life you deserve to live. And it comes, and once you get clear on that, everything else comes. And again, that leads into the workshop that we're having, February the 1st to the 4th. What's your intention? What you trying to do for real? You want to make some money? All right, cool. Like, we're not doing no Ponzi schemes or nothing like that, but what is your passion? What are you going to share with us? What gift
Mm-hmm.
are you sharing? And then we teach you the skills to market that from everything that we've learned and all the money we, like, everything we took on for the team. So everything that worked for us, we're sharing that with you. Everything that didn't work, we still gonna share it with you so that you can
Right.
see, like, everything is not what it seems. This worked, this didn't work. This how much we made, this how much we lost. Like, we're showing you that because you can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So the workshop is just that. Like, how do you monetize your passion? And if you don't want to monetize your passion and you just want to get an online job working for someone else, we got you too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, this is who's hiring.
Yeah.
But the goal is for you, whatever that thing is that had you sick and tired and sick and tired and sick and tired, that probably that one is the one thing that's gonna make you a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you're still in it, I will help you to get out of it so
Yes.
that you can, because where your passion is freedom, my passion is freedom as well. But the freedom that for me, it's mental. It's breaking through the negative self-talk, the
Mm-hmm.
self-defeating behaviors, working through trauma. We mentioned the hypersexuality because that's a result of physical childhood trauma, sexual trauma, that comes from that. And so, there's a lot of shaming and blaming, like, this person, is messing with married men or dealing with men that are in prison. Well, for some, the result of that is because they're afraid of commitment. It's easier to have a man that's in
Mm.
jail because you ain't got to worry, right? It's easier to have a married man. I'm not saying it's right. I don't think that's right at all, but I'm talking about the behavior. For a lot of women, it's easier because they don't have to fully commit to that relationship because of their own insecurities,
Mm-hmm.
what they're afraid of, right? So, like, there's some behaviors and there's some negative connotations that have been placed on those behaviors. And I'm here to take those negative connotations away to help you understand why you behaved in the way that you did. And it's not of a moral standing, it's a coping mechanism because of a mental impact that happened as a child, or some adverse experience that took place, and the younger we are, the more it shapes our brain, the more it affects our development. So, those things that you're telling yourself, they're absolutely not
Right.
true, right? All the negative stuff, they're absolutely not true. So I'm here to help to get past those things so that you can have that freedom, not just physical, financial, but mental, spiritual, like just be totally free to live
Yeah.
your best life. And your best life is the life that you imagine for yourself, not what the people say, not what they posting on Instagram, not, no, your best life is living it the way that you want to damn
Come
live
on.
it. Period, point blank. The hell
Yes.
with what all the other people say.
Yes. Yes. That's
um,
it. Yeah, that's
yes,
so good. And like we always say, like the way you choose to live could be something that you never even seen before
right.
yourself. It could be something you have never even seen, so you created for yourself. So we say all of that to say you are amazingly powerful, and what you are passionate about can most certainly be monetized. You don't have to, your passion doesn't have to be a trauma. Like, your passion doesn't have to be something that is a very awful memory for you. Your passion could very much be the very thing that makes you a seven-figure entrepreneur. And the second part, you can live the life, you can live whatever life you desire to live. You
Mm-hmm.
live in a tree house in the middle of a jungle, baby, that's your
You
choice.
remember
If you,
you wanted to live in a treehouse?
I did, I did, I definitely wanted to live in a tree house. I totally wanted to live in a tree house, and hey,
You
who said
still do.
I wanted a treehouse, and that was my choice. So whatever life you want to live, a life where you have a driver, a nanny. If you want to live a life where you just don't even wear shoes or wear clothes, like whatever you feel like doing,
Yeah.
that's your choice.
Yep.
So the workshop is going to be so amazing for this reason, because we're working one-on-one. We never did this before. We give one-on-one, and I don't think we'll do it again. I'm mentally preparing for it because we really hold space, and working through your one-on, like going through one-on-one, working with you, it's really intentional for us, and we just want to make sure you win. And a lot of times we sign up for workshops or we do ebooks, and we still are left with additional questions. So the beautiful thing about this workshop is that we're gonna go through the workshop, and then whatever comes up for you, we can dissect it in a private
Mm-hmm.
setting, and you can get personal feedback, because you might not want to share your hypersexuality in the group.
Right.
But if you feel comfortable sharing it with my mom, or you feel comfortable sharing it with me, we can turn it into your superpower. and how you work through that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's February the 1st to the 4th. The times aren't set yet because you get a poll when you sign up. You get a poll, and we actually just use the results to do our best to accommodate everyone. We can't accommodate everyone, obviously, but we can take the average
Mm-hmm.
and put a time out there. So there's no time, and that's why. But if you're looking to just do something different as far as career wise, or you're just having some blockages in your business, or you're just trying to overcome some things, financial, whatever, and you are ready to live the life that you be dreaming about, the life you talked about when you were 5, 6, 7, 8, the life that, if you're just ready for that and you need support, or you need accountability, or just a plan, someone to believe in you, someone to help you put
Absolutely.
together,
Yeah.
we definitely want to invite you to come to our workshop February the 4th, 1st through the 4th. At first, it was only 10 people, and we opened it up to a few more. I don't know. It automatically shuts off when we get the limit, and I don't know if it's there yet, but I want you to definitely join us.
Yeah. It's going to be life changing. It definitely, like, and I don't just say that because it's us. I say that because we've done workshops before, and just the safe space, the energy, the community, like we cover so many different things and different things come up, but we know that they're not by
Mm-hmm.
coincidence, right? We know that these things come up for a reason because there's people in the group that need to hear it. That's why we're able, sharing. That's why community is so important, right? We empower each other through our stories and through our questions and challenges, because there's always someone in the room that was going to ask that question, but they didn't feel comfortable, but someone else asked it, right? And so it helps the silent people that may not speak up.
Mm-hmm. And to join the workshop, this is the link. It's risewithzainab.com/GTFOH. So /GTFOH. Not sure what ebook you're speaking of. My mom has an ebook on Amazon, and she has some books on her website. Um, but this course is live. What we're talking about is a live workshop. And if you don't have like the time to, if you miss a day or something like that, you do get replays. You do get access to the replays. And once you watch the replay, you can even schedule your one-on-one around when you're able to catch up your replay. So it's not like, oh, it's going to expire. I need to hurry up and move my schedule around. There will be some modification in scheduling because I'm going on maternity leave, but we will make sure to accommodate. That's why we're not opening up this group to a whole lot of people, because we want to be able to, even if we see one person one-on-one each day, it won't be exhausting because we can do one a day. So if you miss a workshop or something like that, the replay is open. And I'm just really looking forward to connecting. And I want to see everyone getting out of your own way and just embarking on that adventure that you've been wanting to do for so long and you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? We talked about this on the live the other day, and then we'll wrap up. But my grandmother, she is just, I feel called to really give her flowers every call. She's amazing. And she has so much that she wanted to do. So much. And she was so creative. She was business savvy. Like, she had the,
Everything.
oh, she was fine. She was fine too. Like, she
Everything.
had it all. And she just put everything on a back burner for other people. And she just kept saying, okay, whenever this is over with, this is what I'm going to do. Guess what? The day never came for her to do what she wanted to do because she died. She transitioned. She didn't die, excuse me. She transitioned. And the day never came. And we often talk and reflect, like, dang, what if she would have done something different? Like, what if, like, how would our lives have been different?
Mm.
Because she had, like, we probably wouldn't be sitting here on this. Like, we would probably be staying somewhere on the Canary Islands in some yacht, like, because that was her
Yeah.
thing. That's what she wanted.
Yeah.
But anyway, we get to still live her dream. We still get to sit here and live out her legacy and her dream and speak on her Oma.
That's right.
We get to call her in. every single chance that we get, and we still get to call her name and live through her. She's living through us, excuse me, she's living through us. And yeah, but don't be like that person that's like tomorrow or next week or I'm away.
Yeah.
Right now, right now, right now.
But she waited, and she, you know, yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to my Uma.
Yeah.
We do.
Don't take your gifts and talents with you when you
Yeah.
go. Leave them here. Spread
Yeah.
the love, spread the joy, spread
Yeah.
whatever that is that you have. Like,
Yeah.
don't be stingy.
I know. So we want to be empty. So the workshop is open to men and women. I meant to add that too. At first, we only wanted to have women, but we opened it up to men and women because so many men were like, "I have dreams too," or "I'm a single father too." And like I saw a message where a dad was like, "I want to travel with my son." I was like, "Oh, okay, well, come to the workshop."
Yeah, well, you know, us as women, we have far more supportive communities than men do. And I know that for a fact because my husband, Maurice, like, he's still looking for his tribe. He's still
Mhm.
looking for those men, those solid men that appreciate family, that have had some struggles, that are not afraid to talk about it and on to the next, you know, trying to build something. And unfortunately, there's not that much of that out here. Us women, we definitely have the advantage when it comes to community.
Yeah, we do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful to create these communities with you, Mom. Like I'm just grateful to expand and evolve and take what we do beyond our house
Yeah.
and hold space for other women. Because what you see between my mother and I,
This-
this is anybody that knows us offline. This is what you get still. So, just being open and vocal and just authentic and transparent. I'm grateful to do that with you. We've been talking about doing something for so long, and
I know.
here we are.
Yeah, it's so cool
Yeah,
though. You know,
we talked
because
about
our
mind,
story,
body, and soul.
yeah, because the story could have been so different, right? The story could have
Mm-hmm.
been so different, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not, you know. And so I'm grateful that you and I, you know, are able to work together. I get to be with Phoenix all the time, except for right now, and I miss her a whole lot. Like I've never missed more than 2 weeks out of her life since she's
I
been
know.
here. You know that?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's a lot
yeah,
for me. Um, but yeah, I'm grateful that, you know, that we have each other and the rest of our family, right? We're in the cameras, but you know, we do have a large family and well, semi-large. Um, but I'm saying all that to say that I hope that, you know, what Dominique and I are doing encourages other people to know, like, what, no matter what happened in the past, no matter what, like, we can still heal and forgive and grow and build. And the story is just what it is. Like, it's our story. And if people are empowered by our story, then it made it worth it for me. You know what
yes,
I'm saying?
yes.
For everything that I went through, every bad decision, all the things, it's worth it for me
Yes.
if that means it's going to help somebody else.
Oh,
I
that's
mean
good.
that, and
That's
I mean that,
so good.
you know. So I'm not here. I'm not a gatekeeper. I will talk about stuff, and you know, and if I offend anybody, I'm sorry, you know, but it's my story.
That part. That part. So yeah, and so I piggyback on that. I encourage everyone to share your story. Tell your story. If you don't want to share because people might feel offended, ain't got nothing to do with them. It's your story. Share your story.
Yeah,
Let it, because you have no idea what type of impact your story will have on the next person. You have no clue. No clue.
right.
So I love you,
I
Mom.
love you too,
And we're gonna
girl.
wrap up this live. We're gonna save it. If you feel
Okay.
inspired, make sure you share this with your friends or your family, or you just want to rewatch it, rewatch it. And you can sign up for the workshop at risewithzainab.com/GTFOH, which stands for Get the F Out of Here.
Yeah,
Okay?
and if you don't and if you don't follow me, follow me. You can go to my link tree. I've got some free ebooks on
Yes.
my link tree in Instagram. So I'm not sure if we ever got clarity on what ebooks they were referring to, but there's several on my page on Instagram.
Yeah, and I'll add the collab link to here. So when I save this, it'll literally take you to mommy's page too. So go browse and see to get clarity because there's some good ebooks on there. All right,
Okay.
y'all. Talk to you
Bye,
later.
bye
Peace
everybody.
out.